Jamaica beat Trinidad to take top spot in World Cup qualifier. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness is to meet with Governor General Sir Patrick Allen today as state protocols are being activated for the swearing in of a new government. JLP representative on the Electoral Commission of Jamaica and Senior King's Counsel Tom Tamaris Finson said that the EOJ gave the update to Sir Patrick based on the official count, which concluded on Sunday and showed the GLP winning 35 seats to the PNP's 28. Meanwhile, the incoming political administration is being encouraged to move promptly to deliver on the promises it made to the electorates. Among the promises made by the Jamaica Labour Party are a gradual increase of the national minimum wage and a phased reduction in the rate of income tax to 15% per annum. According to reports, it is unlikely that those who were promised those benefits will wait an inordinate long time for some of these promises to be fulfilled, particularly the reduction in income tax. So you make the promises you need to keep. Meanwhile, Member of Parliament elected for Portland Western Darrell Vaz has attributed his wife's loss in the Portland Eastern constituency to a reserve showing from Jamaica Labour Party supporters. Anne-Marie Vaz, the incumbent and a first-time MP, was one of the surprise losers in the September 3rd general elections. She was defeated by newcomer Isaac Buchanan of the People's National Party. Mrs. Vaz polled 8,181 votes to 8,316 for Mr. Buchanan. He said the JLP supporters did not show up and voted, and that's why she lost. Meanwhile, school administrators in St. Anne are calling for consultation with principals and improved scheduling as the rollout of the rural school bus service continues. They are also calling for adequate signage and labeling of the buses. Principal of Brownstown High, Alfred Thomas, said that the first bus arrived late on Tuesday morning, and the first bus, he said, came in at about 10 minutes to 8, and school starts at 7. They're now saying that the buses need to be arriving at school on time. Principal of York Castle High, Raymond Treasure, he lamented that some students are not effectively benefiting from the school bus service, noting that some parents spend up to $15,000 per month for contracted buses, and Mr. Treasure suggested that the rural school bus system, which will be free until November and costs around $2,000 per month after that, will indeed be more beneficial, but students most in need of transportation should register for the government run service. Meanwhile, the Island Traffic Authority is reporting that up to September 9th, 2025 road fatalities climbed by 4% compared to the same period in 2024. In total, 269 lives have been lost in road crashes across Jamaica, stemming from 234 fatal collisions so far this year. And during the period April to June of this year, Jamaica recorded 85 fatal crashes, resulting in 96 lives lost. Alan Skillcole, former Santos and Jamaica football star and manager of reggae superstar Bob Marley, he passed away yesterday evening. His daughter Debbie Cole confirmed that the ailing sports legend has died. Cole was defined by his prowess as a sportsman as much as his close friendship with reggae superstar Bob Marley. He toured with the King of Reggae as road manager for much of the 1970s and lived for 3 years in Ethiopia, where he coached the national team. At the peak of his powers, Cole was a midfield maestro and remains Jamaica's youngest senior football international, donning national colors against a Brazilian team when he was only 15 years old. And by far, Alan Skillcole has been the greatest football player in the Western world, except for Pele himself, who is the king. What good, Mr. Cole? A 4-hour standoff between a murder suspect and the police swiftly descended into mayhem in Mandeville, Manchester yesterday. A police officer and the gunman who was holed up inside an apartment after he was suspected of being involved in a shooting death of another man exchanged gunfire during tense hours along Caledonia Road. Investigators claim that previously a motor vehicle driver was shot along Caledonia Road. He lost control of the car and crashed into another. He was declared dead at hospital after suffering several injuries. Assistant Commissioner Calvin Allen, Area 3 Police Commanding Officer, described the incident specifics, saying that the shooter and his victim got into a fight over the price of eggs. Meanwhile, an eyewitness who likened the gun battle to scenes from a movie recounted the surprising ordeal. He said blazing gunshots for at least 3 hours, and this is not a good thing for the parish of Manchester. On to sports. Jamaica Reggae Boys remain perfect in their CONCACAF final round World Cup qualifying campaign as they defeated Trinidad and Tobago 2-0 at the National Stadium last night. Bailey Kiada Marteri opened the scoring with his first for Jamaica in the 36th minute. After a period of pressure from Trinidad, Jonathan Russell made the point safe when he put the ball in the back of the net in the 57th minute, Jamaica going 2-0. Trinidad had the ball in Jamaica's net 3 times but could not beat the Reggae Boys' offside trap. And that means that Jamaica is going to have a hard time in the return game in Trinidad. Jamaica now lead Group B on 6 points, while Trinidad are third on 1 point. The Reggae Boys will next travel to Curacao for their next game on October 10th. And in the other game in Group B, Curacao defeated Bermuda 3-2 at home. Curacao are second on 4 points, while Bermuda sit at the bottom of the table without a point. Suriname stunned El Salvador 2-1 on Monday in their match, taking their first victory over the Salvadorians since 1968. Suriname, which has never qualified for a World Cup final, toppled El Salvador from Group A lead. Suriname, which opened with a goalless home draw against Panama, snapped an 8-match winless streak against El Salvador and moved to 4 points with the hosts on 3 after an opening 1-0 victory over Guatemala. And in the night's other game in Group A, hosts Panama and Guatemala played to a 1-all draw, leaving both teams winless after 2 of 6 group matches. On to Manning Cup. First round will continue today with Haile Selassie facing Tarrant. Dedham Town clash with Tivoli Gardens Comprehensive. Jose Marti will take on Kingston Tech. Holy Trinity will play Jonathan Grant, while Bridgeport will face Excelsior. And that's going to be news and sports on your favorite radio. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.